Zord Rider, Transformers reviews and toy related chat. Zord Rider, Zord Rider.
And I've wanted Zord Rider here, and this is a fourth video that I'm doing to show you some of the toy lines that I found hidden away at my mum's that have been in storage for about 30 years. I am going to do the knockoff Transformers, vintage Transformers next, but I've got a few minutes. I think that was going to take a little bit longer. This one should be quite a short one. And this is a bit of a weird one. I remember having the toys, but I can't remember anything about the fiction whatsoever. And it is Bionic 6. Now, the majority of these characters, well, they're all made of die-cast, which makes them really different for the toys of the age, where G.I. Joes and Visionaries were made of plastic and rubber in some cases. These are pretty much all made of die-cast. Now, from what I can tell, you've got the good guys who are the human-looking characters with clear plastic, and there's obviously 6 of those, hence Bionic 6, they're the good guys. And there's the bad guys, and you can tell the bad guys by, and I'll try to get a bit of light on him, the green logo there. I've got no idea what are the names of these guys. I can't be bothered to look, so I'm just going to make up names and backgrounds for them as I go. So I'm going to call him Stephen LaForge, because I reckon he's Geordi LaForge from Star Trek The Next Generation's kind of older brother. Whereas Geordi lost his eye, so he's obviously had some extra strength put in his arms by having clear plastic fitted. You've got a green goggle guy here, and I reckon he missed the cut for mass because his goggles weren't quite big enough. You've got, now I remember this was the main character. I don't know what his name is. I don't know if you can see, he's got a bit of pink eye. What is it with the pink? I've noticed in a lot of Star Wars figures, it's kind of like pink pen, and I don't ever remember having pink pen. But you can get it off with a bit of scrub and a bit of, lighter fluid. But again, this guy is pretty die-cast, and he's your stereotypical all-action hero. We've got... Now, this is interesting, and there's 2 of these. Now, in the 80s, in the Transformers toy line and in the Visionaries toy line, certain characters were excluded, and it was basically because of the sex. Boys' toy line in the 80s didn't really include female characters. The only exception to that I can think of out of the toys that I had was G.I. Joe, with Baroness and all that kind of stuff. But this toy line had some females. I don't know the names. This is obviously a good female. This is a bad female. So yeah, I think that's quite an interesting choice. As I say, I can't remember the series, but yeah, quite interesting that they made the female characters back in the 80s, which is pretty cool. Because obviously, with today's standards, we get a lot of female characters. We're getting a lot of female Transformer characters, which is great. But yeah, it's just quite interesting because these were essentially boys' toys. That's what they were designed to be. And I've heard various interviews and statements that I've read online that back in the day that RC wasn't made simply because she was a girl and it was a boys' toy line and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of nice in a way that there was some female characters made. We've got another bad guy here, like a soldier, missing a trouser leg, and again got some horrible gunk on his face that needs cleaning off. We've got I think it's a baseball player. Yeah, him. We have another bad guy. Now, I don't know if you can notice on this, but the paint chipping from the metal is pretty severe on a lot of these figures. They are far from mint, but they're still pretty cool to have a bit of an auditor. And I think this is the bad guy, the main bad villain. I think it is. He looks like Dr. Robotnik's brother who went into dentistry. It's very odd indeed. One of my favourite character of the lot, and he has got different articulation, is this monkey. Now, he doesn't transform into Optimus Primal, but actually a monkey I like him. Why do I like him? Because he looks like a robot. But that is probably my favourite figure out of the lot, to be honest. It's quite a cool, quirky thing. Finally, I have got... Oh, I've knocked the camera. I have got one of the vehicles. So, this is the Good Guys main vehicle. You can fit people inside by splitting the front. The back does open to reveal a ramp. Oh, and another figure, another female figure. So yeah, there we are. Forgot that one was in there. She was having a bit of a lie down. You got some flaps at the top, and you can, I think, use a lever. Yeah, you pull this down. It basically brings the person on the bottom to the top, which is quite cool. And on top of that, the sides do open. So you got one side with some computer systems, and the other side with some gears, which do move, I believe. Yeah, spin round there with a little turny thing. So yeah, a real oddity, a real forgotten toy line. As I say, I can remember my dad telling me about having the Bionic 6 figures more than having them, actually playing with them. I can remember a couple of times I've played with them, but I can remember seeing the figures, but there's no real memories attached to them as such. But it's still nice to have them, and to see that they were well played with. So anyway, I've been Zort Rider. Hope you've enjoyed this video again, and I'll catch you again soon.